Hello, this tutorial is going to go over your mail merge assignment, which is on pages 720 through page 722, and it's going to go over creating a main document, a data source, editing the data source, merging documents, and also labels. So in essence of time, I already have the letter created, but I will go through the items with you. So you want to create a new document, so yours should be completely blank, and you need to create a letterhead. And the letterhead is just basically the address from which the letter is coming from. You want your first line, you want to right click, and you want the font to be small caps and bold and 14 font, and the rest of the letterhead is 12 in normal style. And your spacing throughout this whole document is going to have 0 before and after, as well as single spacing. And to get your line under here, you just want to come up here in the paragraph group and click bottom border. Okay, then you're going to hit enter and come down to the date. The date, you want to make sure for number 4, it says insert the date as an automatically updated field. So in order to do that, you have to go to insert. In the text group, you want to hit date and time. And then there, you want to make sure you click this format. And you want to make sure it says update automatically and hit OK. From there, you want to hit enter 4 times. And you are actually going to, we're going to put in the data source information. So at this point, you want to go to mailings, and you want to key the data that's in figure U61. So you need to go, we're going to start a mail merge. You need to tell it that letters is the main document. And then you want to go hit type existing or new, type a new list, and you need to type in the information that is on U61. Now, one thing we want to do too is we want to customize the columns. We do not have an address to in our data, so we can delete that. We also don't, and you just want to click here, we also don't have a country, we don't have a home or work phone, we don't have an email address. But one thing that we do have that they don't have is a high school. So we can rename company name to high school so that our fields will look exactly like what we have in the book. Okay, so you're going to type in the information that is given to you in that box. Okay, so I have entered in all my data, and how you get from one box to the next is just by clicking tab, and then when you have a new entry, you just click here, new entry. And then we are now on number 5 we just did, and we want to save the data source. So we are going to, well, first we're going to do number 7 where it says check the list, recipient list. Make sure there's no errors, and then it wants you to sort by zip code. So all we have to do is come over here and sort by the zip code just by clicking on it, and then you can click OK, and then it's going to ask you to save it. So it's going to come back up, and it's probably safe to make a folder for all of these because there's going to be a lot of items you need to turn in. So I have a Unit 6 folder, and how you create a folder is just by coming up here to New Folder. And they want you to call this your initials U6-1 data, and hit save. Okay, so now we are on number 8, and I'm going to get rid of these items. This is what we're going to currently go over. So it wants you to do 3 blank lines. So you should see 3 of those kind of backward paragraph marks, and insert the address block. So you want to go to up here, you want to make sure on mailings, hit address block. insert recipient's name, and then it's going to preview it here for you. That looks perfect. So you can click OK. And then you want to hit enter twice, and you want to type in a greeting line block. So you want to go to greeting line, and we want, I'm going to put in some, deer is fine. And they want you to use a colon. So you want to hit colon and hit OK. And then you want to make sure you have a space under that. And you want to, number 9, you want to key in the information there. At this time you will not have bullet points, but you want to key in all of that text there. So number 10 is key in appropriate closing. And this letter is from Tamara Robbins. You want to make sure you hit enter 4 times there, and you want to put your initials and an enclosure notation. So we now are on number 11. Edit the last paragraph that begins please. So right here, and you want to go representatives to, and then you want to put visit, and then it wants you to put in an insert merge field, and you want it to be high school. And then you want to just continue with the rest of that statement. Okay, so I have been under preview results. I've been seeing the actual data. Don't be worried if you weren't actually seeing the data and you were seeing the field names. That's fine too. So with this cool tool up here on number 12, you can just click preview results and you're actually going to see information in there. But if you click the unpreview and it's not highlighted, then you see the field name. Okay, so number 13, sort alphabetically. So here's where you want to make this under bullet points. So you want to go to the home, to the paragraph, here's the bullet points. Then you want to make sure you click here for sorting it to be alphabetically. And now it wants you to save this main document. So again, I would save it in the same folder as you saved the other item, your data item. So here is my file name here. So I'm going to click Save. Then I'm on number 15 now on page 722. I'm going to let you edit the data source, but how you do that is by going back under Mailing, edit recipient list, and at that point you can change what you need to change in there. But again, for the essence of time, I'm going to skip that part. So to complete the merge, you want to go over here to Finish and Merge, and you want to go to Edit Individual Documents. You want to merge all records, and then your document's literally going to show up with all of your people in there, and you should have as many pages as there are people. So at this point, you're going to save this document now. File, Save As, go back to that folder. So you want to save it as case your initials, U61-1 merged. Number 18 we're going to skip. You never have to print. And then we're going to create mailing labels. In order to do that, you want to start with the new document. So you want to go to New, and you want to go over to Mailing, select Recipients. You definitely want to make sure you're pulling up Use Existing List, and you want to go to that handy dandy folder we've been making and working with. So open up your folder, find your data list, open that. So now that you have that, then you want to go to Start Mail Merge, and you want it to be labeled. You want to make sure your label is Avery, and you want to scroll down to 5160, and then you want to click OK, And then you want to click on Edit Recipient List. You want to make sure you have the data source highlighted, and you want to click OK. And you also want to alphabetize the data source by the last name, and how you do that is just by clicking on the Edit Recipient List and clicking last name and hit OK. So now at this time we want to go to the address block, because we want our addresses in there, and we're going to click OK. And then we want to hit the update label so that everybody's going to get an address block. Then we can also use this handy dandy preview results, and we see our labels there. And then we want to click the finish and merge. Again, hit edit, individual, and then here is the file you are now going to save. Again, in that handy dandy folder. Okay, so I typed in the initials, U6-1 labels. You want to save those. Okay, so after you have completed the labels, you are complete with this assignment, and you have 4 items to turn in. You have to turn in the letter, the merged letters, the data, and the labels. And how you turn in more than one assignment is by clicking on Unit 3 assignment, and then you browse, again, find that handy dandy folder that we've been working with, and then after you add one, you just click add another file, and so forth, and then you click submit, and you are done with this assignment. Nice work.